Terence Allan Crawford, born September 28, 1987, is an American professional boxer. He is a two-weight world champion, having held the unified WBC, WBO, Ring magazine, and lineal light welterweight titles since 2016. Previously he held the WBO, Ring, and lineal lightweight titles from 2014 to 2015. As of May 2017, Crawford is ranked as the world's best light welterweight by the Ring, the Transnational Boxing Rankings Board, TBRB, and BoxRec. He is also ranked as the world's third best boxer, pound for pound, by BoxRec, and fifth by the Ring and the TBRB. In 2014, Crawford was voted Fighter of the Year by the Boxing Writers Association of America and ESPN. Crawford is a fast, hard-hitting, and highly technical fighter who is recognized for his ability to comfortably switch hit from orthodox to southpaw. Amateur career highlights 2006 National PAL Championships, 132 pounds. Gold medalist. 2006 Blue and Gold National Championships, 132 pounds. Gold medalist. 2007 U.S. Pan American Games box offs, 132 pounds. Gold medalist. Professional career debut and development Crawford made his professional debut on March 14, 2008, knocking out Brian Cummings in round 1, compiling an early career record of 19-0 with 15 by way of knockout against largely unheralded opposition. Crawford had his first notable bout on the undercard of the second fight between Brandon Rios and Mike Alvarado, against former WBO lightweight champion Brytis Prescott, 26-4, 20 KOs. Prescott was originally scheduled to face WBA junior welterweight champion Khabib Alekverdiev, who withdrew with an injured elbow. Crawford was originally supposed to meet Robert Osioba on the same card, but accepted the offer to fill in for Alekverdiev on 3 days' notice. Crawford nevertheless outboxed the hard-hitting Colombian and secured a unanimous decision victory. Crawford received a purse of $125,000, whilst Prescott received $50,000. This was the first time Crawford fought a 10-round fight and his first time fighting at the 140-pound limit. Crawford vs. Sanabria. Crawford fought Alejandro Sanabria, the 1st of January 25 KOs, on June 15, 2013, held at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, USA. The fight served as an eliminator for the WBO World Lightweight title and was also for the vacant WBO NABO Lightweight title. In the 6th round, Crawford landed a devastating left hook, sending Sanabria to the canvas. Though Sanabria was able to return to his feet within the count, the fight was waved off by referee Lawrence Cole, giving Crawford a TKO victory. This was the last time Sanabria fought. WBO lightweight champion Crawford vs. Burns. 5 months after besting previously undefeated Russian fighter Andrei Klimov in another elimination bout, Crawford traveled to Scotland to take on Ricky Burns for the WBO lightweight title. Crawford easily won the fight, boxing well on the outside and picking his shots against the overmatched but game Burns, winning the title and improving his record to 23-0. Crawford vs. Gamboa. Fighting for the first time as a professional in his hometown of Omaha, Nebraska, Crawford made his first title defense against undefeated Cuban fighter Yuriorkis Gamboa. This was only the second title fight ever held in Omaha, the first being in 1972, when heavyweight champion Joe Frazier defeated the Omaha, Council Bluffs product Ron Stander by 4th round TKO. Gamboa won the early rounds using his speed advantage, but Crawford eventually adjusted, knocking Gamboa down once in the 5th round, again in the 8th, and finally twice in the 9th to secure a TKO win. Crawford stated after the fight, "I was warming up, getting used to his style in the first couple of rounds. I just wanted to test him out. I felt like I could make an adjustment with my jab, because he's always dropping his left hand. I thought I could get him with my jab in the southpaw stance." Crawford vs. Beltran. Held at the Century Link Center, Omaha, Nebraska, USA, Crawford made his second defense of the WBO title against Ring magazine #1 contender Raimundo Beltran, earning a 12-round unanimous decision win. After the fight, Crawford announced his intentions to leave the lightweight division to fight as a junior welterweight. WBO light welterweight champion Crawford vs. Dulorme. Crawford made his debut at junior welterweight on April 18, 2015 at the College Park Center in Arlington, Texas against Thomas Dulorme, with the vacant WBO junior welterweight title on the line. The fight was stopped after Dulorme was knocked down 3 times in the 6th round, granting Crawford a TKO victory. Crawford vs. John Lundy. With a dominant performance that mixed superlative boxing skills with crunching power, Crawford knocked out Dirijan, 29-1, 20 KOs, on October 24, 2015 at CenturyLink Center, Nebraska to retain the WBO light welterweight title. Crawford landed 169 total punches out of 533 thrown, and an impressive 40% of his power shots. Over the last 3 rounds, Crawford outlanded John 59-9. Crawford was ahead on all 3 judges' scorecards at the time of stoppage, 89-80, 90-79 twice. In his next bout against Hank Lundy, the 1st of May 26, 13 KOs, Crawford showed exactly why he's been earmarked as America's next great prize fighter. He defended his junior welterweight championship on February 27, 2016 with a scintillating 5th-round TKO of Lundy before a sellout crowd of 5,092 at the Theater of Madison Square Garden. Crawford connected with 89 of 247 punches, 36, compared to 47 of 411 for Lundy, 22. Lundy won a fast-paced first round. Crawford then overwhelmed him with head and body punches which found the mark by volume and accuracy. Lundy went down in a corner in the 5th round. He beat the count, but the bout was soon stopped. Unified light welterweight champion Crawford vs. Postol. On May 3, 2016 it was finally confirmed that Crawford and Victor Postol, 28-0, 12 KOs, had officially signed a contract for the highly anticipated super lightweight unification fight on July 23 at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Both fighters entered the ring with a matched record of 28 wins, no losses. Both men also entered the MGM Grand Garden Arena for the first time in their respective careers. Crawford won by unanimous decision and unified 2 light welterweight world titles before a crowd of 7,027. Crawford also claimed the vacant lineal and the Ring magazine titles. Crawford scored 2 flash knockdowns in the 5th round, going away on all 3 scorecards 118-107, 118-107 and 117-108. ESPN.com also scored the fight 118-107 for Crawford. Postol resorted to rabbit punching in the 11th round. He nailed Crawford with a right hand behind the head, for which Postol was penalized 1 point, adding to Crawford's advantage. With the victory, Crawford staked his indisputable claim to division supremacy and set himself up for much bigger fights, possibly against a returning Manny Pacquiao. Crawford's purse for the fight was $1.3 million. Crawford vs. Molina. Crawford was not due to fight next until 2017, however due to the potential Golovkin-Jacobs fight being postponed to early 2017, this freed up the December 10 date for HBO. Arum confirmed Crawford would like to take the date and was also looking at potential opponents, including the then world title holder Eduard Troyanovsky, 25-0, 22 KOs, and Antonio Orozco, 25-0, 16 KOs. Arum announced a deal was in place for a fight between Crawford and 33-year-old contender John Molina Jr., 29-6, 23 KOs, on December 10, 2016 at Crawford's hometown at CenturyLink Center in Omaha, Nebraska. Molina previously defeated Russian contender Ruslan Provodnikov in a 12-round unanimous decision in June 2016, where he claimed the vacant WBO International Super Lightweight title. Molina weighed 144 pounds at the weigh-in, which meant he lost right to fight for Crawford's world titles. Although being a voluntary, had Crawford lost the fight, he would have lost his belts. For the fight to go ahead, Molina gave $400,000 of his purse to Crawford, adding to his already agreed purse of $1.5 million. Crawford held onto his titles in stopping Molina in the 8th round in front of a large crowd of Crawford fans in Omaha. Crawford ran around the ring most of the fight, jabbing, holding and pot-shotting an out-of-shape Molina. In round 8, Crawford threw a flurry of shots that hurt Molina. Crawford then finished Molina off with 3 right hands to the head and a right to the body before referee Mark Nelson then halted the fight. In the post-fight interview, Crawford felt he should be 2016 Fighter of the Year for his wins over Molina, Hank Lundy and Victor Postol. "I feel like I got it. I just have to wait until the results come in." Crawford also reiterated his desire to unify the division before a possible move up to welterweight. Crawford landed 184 punches from 419 thrown. Molina landed 41 of 287 thrown, a 14% connect rate. Crawford vs. Diaz. Bob Arum spoke to ESPN in early February 2017 about Crawford's next defense and possible opponents. He said that HBO reserved May 20 for the fight and the venue most likely to be in Crawford's hometown of Omaha in Nebraska. Mexican boxer Antonio Orozco, 25-0, 16 KOs, one of Crawford's mandatory challengers, and 2008 Olympic gold medalist Felix Diaz, 19-1, 9 KOs, who had been calling out Crawford, were the names mentioned. He went on to explain how Orozco's promoters seemed to have little interest in the fight. However, Lou DiBella, promoter of Diaz, is eager to make a fight happen. Arum spoke to The Ring on March 1, saying that Crawford's opponent had been narrowed down to Felix Diaz or Adrian Granados. Amir Imam, ranked number 1 by WBC at 140, was also in the mix, but Arum said that he found it difficult to make a deal with his promoter Don King. Terms were finally agreed on March 22 for Crawford vs. Diaz at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey on May 20, 2017, live on HBO. Contracts were to be signed shortly after. A week after the fight was announced, the location was changed. The new venue was confirmed to be Madison Square Garden in New York. This would be the first time Crawford would fight at the arena. Personal life car body shop incident On September 21, 2016, Crawford was found guilty of 2 counts dating back to April, when he turned himself into the police. He was charged for theft of services, criminal mischief, third-degree assault and trespassing. The assault and theft charges were later dropped. A sentence hearing date was set for December 15. The incident took place at a local car body shop. Crawford had made a partial payment, but refused to pay the remainder after he wasn't satisfied with the work being done and amount being charged. He started to lower the car himself, damaging the hydraulic lift. At the hearing, Crawford was sentenced to 90 days in jail, but would be serving 53 days. Crawford was incarcerated for only 8 hours, before being released after his attorney posted a $10,000 bond. Professional boxing record references external links Professional boxing record for Terence Crawford from BoxRec.